Hey world, welcome into my cozy little cross-stitch corner of the world here on the interlink, as my mom would call it. So welcome in, and I wanted to say hi to the new people and to my whole 2-week people. I've only been here for a few weeks, so it's been crazy. I know I got mentioned in Sarah's Stitchy spot and Cross Stitch Bunny. I think, yeah, Cross Stitch Bunny. So if you guys came over to check me out from them and stopped and said hello, thank you so much. And thanks for the mentions. And let's see. Yeah, it's been only a few weeks and I am at over 2,000 subscribers already, which blows my mind. And so later I'm going to have a giveaway for 2,000. And I figure every little milestone, like every 1,000, I think a giveaway is needed to reward you guys for putting up with me and commenting and saying everything. So thank you very much. So let's get down to brass tacks. Stitching. What have I stitched this week? So I have 2 fully finishes. Well, technically 3 if you're going to count the little guys. So I finished my Mill Hill beading project, which I just had a few beads left. Don't look closely because it's not the greatest, but I was just learning, and I watched some beading and I think I'm doing it right, but the beads still feel really loose in some spots. So I don't know how to get them tightened and feel like they're laying right. Maybe it comes with practice, and this is my first one. So if there's any beading tips or a YouTube video that shows really great tips and how to do it, let me know in the comments, because I want to improve the beading skill, obviously. And I know just a lot of it comes with practice. The more we do anything, the better we get, usually. So I put just a little felt on the back, but then I forgot to put this little hanger on, so I can put it on a little tree or something. So then I ended up putting fabric on top of the felt. And then I was like, Sheila, the fabric's gonna fray. You should have just put felt on top of the felt. But then I took fray check and just wet all the edges around, so it shouldn't fray, and that's what it was. So then I sandwiched my little hanger, and this is just let's see, baker's twine from Hobby Lobby in kind of the gold and white. So that is what I used to finish this little Mill Hill ornament. I love the colors. They're just really pretty. There is a mistake, which I think there's the right amount of beads, but I went in the wrong hole. So and then I had already finished it and looked, and it's fine. Nobody's going to be looking at it on the Christmas tree too closely. And then the next fully finished are also Christmas things, and they're from brooksbooks.com, I believe it's a .com. She has a bunch of freebies on her website. I know a lot of YouTubers have gone and got a lot of her freebies, but these are the 25-day ornaments. And so I did a bunny first, surprise, surprise, and I just kind of finished it in like a little flat. I put batting in between. I think I did 2 layers of batting, and then just did some polka dot red fabrics and on the back, and quilted it down and folded it inside out and hand stitched the bottom. So I think when they all get fully done, I'm going to have my husband make, oh, this is the other one. I had my daughter pick the next one, and she picked this little kitty cat. And then I'm working on the cardinal one. So my goal was to get them all done by Christmas, and it was about 2 a month, which I'm really far behind. I'm working on 3, and it's already April. So we'll see if I get all 25. If not, maybe I'll be one of those people that's just cramming, which I am that person, cramming like before a test in high school. I'd be studying and cramming the night before on the way to school on the bus. That's just, I'm a crammer. So maybe I'll cram these out at the very end. But they turned out really cute. This one I did first, and I left a little bit more of a margin when I sewed. This one had less of a margin, which I think I like the a little more margin on them. They'll probably not all be perfect, but so I think I'm gonna have my husband just make like a little wooden tier stand and just set them up there every day, put a new one up. So, or maybe have them all up. I don't know. I've always loved that every day put something new, something fun up to keep it fun and exciting. So that's my 2 fully finishes. And then the last time we met, I was chatting about how SIRI told me I don't want to say the word because a lot of people are like, you said the word and my iPad was going crazy. So SIRI told me to stitch for the whole week. I was going to be monogamous, and I know you guys are all on the edge of your seats. Was I able to stay monogamous? My husband has probably wondered the same thing over the last 30 years. And the answer to both is yes. I'm a good girl. So I was able to stay monogamous for the whole week, 7 days and 7 nights. I worked on the Echoes of a Garden Past by Mojo Stitches. And I believe this is just an exclusive on her Etsy site. I'm not sure. I think you can get the hard copy as well, but I just downloaded the PDF because I need that instant gratification. So last time I saw you, I'll put in a picture of where I was. I just had clouds and a couple little motifs. So I was really curious about how 7 days, how much stitching I was going to get done. And what I found out, what I love about being monogamous for a whole week was how much I got done. But because I feel like I was able to get more done because I wasn't pulling out a project bag, pulling out all the floss, setting it up in my little spot, getting the chart out, relearning all the key, you know, the numbers and the letters and the colors that go with it, hooping my fabric. So there was a lot of wasted time when I'm changing out projects like that. And so I noticed that I was able to just sit down, grab it. My memory was really good about, oh yeah, that key, or you know, that symbol means, you know, 501 or whatever. So it wasn't the whole relearning of the pattern again, and it saved a lot of time. And I think I got more stitching done doing that way. I don't see myself staying, you know, just 1 week projects because I do like to mix it up. But it was fun to experiment and see how I liked it. I did not get bored at all on this project, and I was doing a lot of grass fill in. And so I thought, oh wow, am I gonna, you know, just be bored green? But you change the green, and then I would go over here and do something. So it was fun. I really enjoyed being monogamous for a week. That's a hard word. So here is my progress. So I got another big flower done and finished the other part of the tree, the little moth, got the stag, deer, buck put in, and a lot of the grass. I didn't have any grass before. Looking so cool. Love it. So she'll probably go away for a little while. I'm not going to work on her for, you know, this week or probably next week, but she'll get put away for a bit and work on some of my other stuff. But I got a lot done, and I'm really excited. So I'm probably on the bottom. I think I'm a third of the way. The middle is going to be the woman, and then the other side is going to be the other animals. So got quite a bit done. I was really happy, really happy. I know a lot of people are monogamous and a lot of people aren't. So it's kind of fun to try both ways. So after the 7 days, I ended up stitching, because I do the Teresa Kogut hometown sal, and it comes out once a month on the 15th, which today is April 15th. And so I was cramming to finish, to get pretty much caught up for her sal. So here I am. I was able to finish the part of the brown building, the tinsmith, and the blue, got the sheet put in, started the other green building. I didn't, this one part right here, I didn't get finished because I can't find my, that floss. I must have took it out and put it in another bag for another project. And so I have to rummage through all the bags. So that's the only part that didn't get caught up. But, oh, and the green for the flower stems. I don't know where that went either, or if I haven't bought it yet. So the next clue comes out, which will be over here, comes out today. And I'll probably, in the next few weeks, start doing just little by little. I prefer to do little by little on this so I don't have to cram. And yeah, so this is on 40 Count Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. Oh, and I forgot to mention Mojo Stitches is the, I have it written down. It is on Atomic Ranch Mellow Stone. That was what that one was on. And I'm using DMC on that and DMC on this one so far. I know she's going to throw out some overdyes and add that in, but I'll probably just stick with DMC on here unless I have an overdye. But I don't really have much in my stash for extra floss because I'm new. I haven't had time to really accumulate a lot of stuff. I've accumulated stuff, but not a whole lot. So because I was so proud of myself for being monogamous for a whole week, I decided to start a new project. So a couple nights ago, I started what I was talking about a couple weeks ago was the Scenic Sampler from Heartstrings Samplery. I love this. I love the flower border. I love how it's not, symmetrical on both sides. I like the offset house. It's just something different that we're not used to seeing too often. You know, a lot of times the house will be in the middle, then you'll have, matching things on either side or, different stuff. But I like the offset house, and I just love that willow tree. It's just cool. So this calls for Up in the Attic for the call for fabric, which does not look like it on here. I mean, this looks very, very light. Like here's Up in the Attic. And I liked the lightness of this fabric, so I decided to stick with something light. Plus, I'm already working on 2 projects with Up in the Attic right now. Hometown and a floral one. And Thomas, I believe, has Up in the Attic that I'm using. So I decided, I believe it's Fabrics by Stephanie. My stitch lady just has Steph in abbreviation, so I'm assuming it's Fabrics by Stephanie. It's called Colonial Parchment. And here is my start so far. I'm a left-hand corner start, and I usually work page by page, so I got 1 page down, and I'm on the 2nd page right now. Got the flower bowl put in, finished that up last night, and then the house starts underneath it. I'll probably keep continuing with the border down. I like working page by page because then that page can just be put away and one less thing to pull out. Sorry again. It's springtime. I don't know. I didn't think I had allergies, but I don't know what's going on with my nose. I mean, I do know what's going on. I've had a snot nose my whole life. I think I'm allergic to life, which I love life. So that's okay. I'll just have a runny nose. There it is. I love the colors and I love this fabric. It's got a lot of modeling and I think it's going to be really pretty. It would have been really pretty on Up in the Attic as well, but I like to change it up. I don't want to be on the same fabric for 3 projects that I'm pulling out. But there it is. And I think I'm going to continue working on this week. I think I'm going to finish page 2, get the house started and work down the border. So just close up page 2 and then put her away for a bit and then see what I'm in the mood to work on. I think SIRI is done picking for me for the week. And I think I'll have my husband. Often I have all my project bags just in this little cubby here. And then when we sit down in the evening to watch TV or something, I'll be like, hey, babe, can you go pick me out a bag? And bag. Minnesotans say bag, bag, bag. So I'm like, can you go pick me out a bag? And then whatever he brings me, I'll stitch for the evening. And, maybe I wasn't in the mood. So then the next day I'll put it away and grab something else or have him pick again. So I think I'll have him pick for me again this week and see what happens. Other than today's the 15th. And so I will be working on my grandma's sampler, which is Huckleberry Farm. I pull that out on the 15th of every month. So she will be getting some work on today for sure. And that's my only set plan. All right, where am I? What else did I do this last week? I dyed some fabric and I was really good. I am like, babe, can you videotape me? Tape me. I've noticed the older generation uses tape. I taped it the other day because that's what we had. We had VHS tapes back in the day to record things. So I had my husband record my process of dyeing fabric. And I was planning on using it for a little, like a 2.5 YouTube video for you guys to see how I dyed my fabric. I didn't realize he was recording me on my phone vertically. And so then when I went to go edit it, like my head was chopped off. And I'm like, that's bad. I can't like have half, you just see this talking mouth going, and you could see what I was doing, but I'm like, no, this just looks janky. So I decided to ixnay the video. So, but I will show you how things turned out. I used Rit dye on everything, and it's the Joanne fabrics that I talk about. And I wanted to see how the linen viscose material colored with the Rit dye, and it was colored like a champ. Took it like a big girl. So this is the original gold. It looks pretty similar. This is how it comes from Joann's, this gold one. And I wanted to dingy it up a little bit and have it less pristine. So this is what it turned out like. So here's the original, and here's it dirtied up a little bit. I used the Rit dye in brown and taupe. So I first put it in taupe a little bit to just darken it, and then I put a little bit in with brown to give it a little more modeling. Really, really like it. Came out great. Not sure what I want to use of any of the fabrics that I colored yet, but they're in my stash. They're ready to go when I have a wild hair. I was thinking like a peacock. I have this peacock from, it's I got from Joann Fabrics kit. It's the, what are the big kits that are so comparable? I forgot the name. Ugh, whatever. It's all the ones that, you know, like the big kits that come at Joann Fabrics. It's a big peacock, but I think that the teals and the peacock color would look really cool on here. That's a maybe. Or like a white swan. I don't know. That's kind of my thinking on that. The next one, this is just the white. I believe it's the white. Yeah, whitish off-white that comes from Joann. And I wanted blue. So I colored it blue. This is Rit Dye Aquamarine and gray. So I put some gray in there too. The charcoal, I believe it's charcoal. I want the pearl, the real light gray, but I can't find that locally to me anywhere. So I need to either order it or check when I go in town, like a bigger city, to see if they have the pearl gray. But this one turned out really pretty. I didn't want it like really bright aquamarine. I did want it a little lighter with a little more muted gray. Just a little more moody. So I really like how that turned out too. Super pretty. So yeah, it went from just plain old Joann's fabric to something fun. And this is a great way, like if you guys have been thinking about, oh, I want to try dyeing, but I don't want to take my $20, $30 piece of nice linen and dye it, and what if I hate it? And, you know, it's ruined. So being able to pick this up at, when it's clearance, not clearance out, but if it's usually $12.99 a whole yard, and, you know, you've got the whole yard, the bolt, you know, 45, 42, whatever it is, you know, by 36. It's a big piece of fabric that you can cut up and test out dyeing. And then you can use your Joann coupon a lot, get 50% off. And for $6, $7 for a whole yard of fabric, you could do a lot of practice dyeing. So that's a great option to try if you want to start getting into messing around with your own fabrics. And then the last one, this is how it comes. It's just kind of the light tan. You can see the difference between the white and the tan. So, and this is what I did. I used charcoal gray and brown. And that's how that one turned out, which I love this. I love how this one turned out too. Love the modeling. I might go in and add just a little bit more in some here, but I think once you get all your floss on there, and you won't notice it. That's a little lighter there, but super fun. Like how that turned out a lot. I like the gray in there with the taupe, or with the brown. And so yeah, big difference. Go from just plain to fun. Something different. I could see like Halloween or just anything. So much of my fabric has been lighter, and I'm like, I want to try some darker fabrics. So I'm really happy how those turned out. And what's great about when you're dyeing the fabric, I always recommend going light and then building your color, because like watercolor, once you put it onto the fabric, it's there, and you can't lighten it unless you bleach it out. You know, like acrylic paints, you know, you put something down on your canvas and you're like, oh, I don't like that, and acrylic just goes over. But dyeing fabric is a lot like watercolor. You just start light and you build the color up. So you can't erase on watercolor. Not very forgiving, which I'm a watercolorist. Maybe I'll pull out some of my watercolors sometime for you guys if you're interested. All right. So next is Our LNS here in Minnesota is close. Well, there's another one. There's a couple other little. Well, there's one, like, I think Buttermilk Basin carries some stuff, but then there's one down in Blue Earth, Minnesota, which is a couple hours from me. So my closest local one, which was an hour away, Stitchville, is closing their doors. She is retiring after decades, and I'm so sad. I'm so happy for her because yay, retirement. But I can't, there's nowhere close now anymore. And so I'll have to either, trek down to Blue Earth when I'm in the mood for something tangible, or now online shopping. And I don't mind online shopping for a lot of things. It's great, it's convenient, but I am such a tactile person. I am the girl in the candle store, sniffing all the candles, walking through the clothes, and touching the sweaters, and touching all the fabrics. And it's like, I love that. Just, I need to touch and smell things and then to know if you like it, right? And fabric shopping for our linens is really hard online because our computer screens photographing it, like, even it's showing pretty close, but it's different. It's different in person than it is on what you guys are seeing. It's showing a little more greenish, and it's a little more neutral, cool tone in person. So when you're picking out something for, how you want to do a floss toss, and it's like you have to buy a few different things, and you might have bought 4 things and be like, ah, it's still not right. And then so being able to just go to a fabric store, or, a LNS, and picking out the fabrics and looking, it's just a total different story. So I'm bummed, I'm sad, but all that being said, she's offering a sale. Yay, sale. So everything in the store is 25% off. So I stopped in there on my way back from actually my first meetup on our Minnesota Stitcher page. They have a group. It's about an hour and a half from me, but I happen to be in the city that day visiting somebody. And so I'm like, I can just swing over there. So I grabbed my, I knew I was going to go. And so I met some new stitchers from Minnesota. So sweet. It's so nerve-wracking too, because I'm super shy. I might not come off super shy on these videos. It's like, it's just like acting. You gotta like put on your happy face and be like, hey guys. But I'm extremely shy, and I've gotten much better and come out of my shell as I've gotten older, but I was terrified of people as a kid. So yeah, I was the little girl hiding behind my mom's dress or pants, peeking out at people. And if somebody's like said hi to me, it's just like turned bright red and my eyes would get all watery, like I wanted to cry, like so shy, painfully shy. So for me to be able to just like walk into a room of ladies that I don't know and be like, hey, I'm here to stitch with you guys, it takes a lot of courage for me to do that. It's gotten so much easier as I've gotten older. I'm like a lot less worried about what people are going to think of me and what are people going to say, or how they're going to, view me. Like, I always was so worried about that. That has really, like, now I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody's my cup of tea, right? It's like we find our little tribe, and that's fine. Not everybody has to like me. But when I was younger, oh my gosh, if somebody didn't like me, and be like, but why? I could change. I try to mold myself to fit into, yeah. So anyhow, I met a bunch of people and had a great stitching. We sat for 3 hours and just talked. And hey, ladies, if you're watching, loved meeting you guys. And so on the way home, one of the ladies had stopped at Stitchville, and she had brought some of her little goodies, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need some goodies too. And so on the way home, Stitchville was on my way, so I'm like, pull on in. And I had a couple things I wanted to get, and um, my little basket got really full really quick because I'm like 25% off. It's closing. I'm not going to have this. And so I'm just gathering. I went a little hog on some of the fabrics. Some of it was picked over, which is, you know, fine. That which was great. I'll like a lot of the good basic neutrals were gone. They still had some, but I'm like, I wanted to add some different stuff to my stash. So I got a few darker things. So let's get on to the show, right? Stop rambling, Sheila. All right, this first one is Picture This Plus Velt. This is pretty neutral. This is in 40 count. It's got a lot of modeling. It's really fun. I like it a lot. It's got some lot of like gold in there and a little bit of green. Like I see some green. Really pretty. So, and none of these fabrics I have any idea what I plan on stitching. I just wanted to have some in my stash because, like I said, I'll just get some wild hairs and be like, oh, I want to start something new. So it's nice to have it. This one, I just got a little bit, just a little guy. Oops, a string. And this one is, and this one I have a project picked out. I grabbed something which I think I want to use this on, I think. It's 32 count chestnut by WDW. What is WDW? If you guys know what abbreviation that stands for, let me know. But it was a little more see-through. Beautiful dark color. Kind of reminds me of like a burlap sack. Like, remember those sack races? It's a little darker, but it reminds me of that. Maybe because the holes are bigger, the 32 count. I've never done anything on 32, so I'm excited to this little project. I'll keep that off to the side. The next one I got is this guy. POW or FOW, Fiber on Whim. I know that abbreviation. And it's called Night Sky, and this is in 36 count. Oh, I'll keep my board out just because they are like a little see-through. And so that one is Night Sky. I don't have any dark blue fabric. I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. White would be so pretty on this. Something like wintry white. Yeah. Love that one. And then the next guy is a nice neutral they had. I believe this is a newer one, Fox and Rabbit Inca. I think this came out just this spring at market, which is a really pretty warm with purpley tones in it. Super pretty. Love that one. I love the purple in there. So that one is in 40 count. Did I say that? Nope, 36 count. 36 count Inca, Fox and Rabbit. And the next one is another dark one. Picture This Plus Fossil in 36 count. I got a lot of 36. This is a big guy. Ooh, look at that. How fun is that one? Don't know what the heck I'm going to put on. It was between this and this for the project that I'm going to work on. So you guys can let me know what you think would look better. But yeah, Fossil. Love. That one is so fun. The modeling on there, it just reminds me of like it looked like a forest right there. Just like a dark, moody forest. Looks like a big tree, and I don't know. That one's fun. And then the next one, this one is Newcastle White Opal, 40 count. It's iridescent sparkle. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but it's just kind of whitish, and I love the sparkle in there. So I was thinking something wintry, maybe, but anything would be pretty. Any sparkly. Ooh, I love that. That 40 count. Sparkles. And then the next one, this one is BSM. Maybe I should have researched before I grabbed that. It's lightly salted, not roasted. BSM. I know you guys will know. I don't know. I'm not sure who the maker is of that. But got a big chunk of this. This is it 40 count? Where's the tag? Yeah, 40 count. It's like 19 by 26. Super pretty. Really goldy, warm, peachy. I love peach and pink. I think I have an idea what I might do on this one. And I needed a big piece, so I think we'll see. I'll do a toss, a floss toss. I like that little saying, floss toss. Speaking of floss, I floss after like every meal and like try to throw it in the garbage, but like sometimes it sticks or it comes out, and my daughter's like, you got floss all around the house. Floss from your, stuff, and then floss with your teeth. And like, I guess I'm a little floss lady. All right, so let's talk about some of the pattern or charts I got. I did get a few more. I didn't bring out all of them, but I'll save some for next time because I don't want the video to get too long. So because I finished that Mill Hill kit and realized I loved working with beads, they had some more Mill Hill. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to grab them. So the first one is the Button and Beads Autumn Series, and it's ravens. And I love birds, like blackbirds, crows, ravens. And I've been meaning to do a crow because my channel name is the Crow River Stitcher. So I need to have like a crow on my wall. There's a lot of crows out there, like great charts. And the Crow River Stitcher comes from, I live close to the Crow River here in Minnesota. So that's how I got the name. And of course, I'm a bird fan. Isn't that fun? Look at. So I'm super excited to start this one for Halloween. Yeah. And I think I'll just stick with the perforated paper that they give. I'm not gonna venture out. I know a lot of people do some of these on fabric, but I'm gonna keep it simple while I'm learning and not mess with it too much and just do it. So maybe have to watch some more beading, but yeah, super excited for that one. The next one is from the Mill Hill, also Polar Santa, and it's called Ice Cap Santa. He's holding a little cute lantern. I get nervous, like with my Mill Hill, the ornament, cutting that paper. Oh, that's nerve-wracking. It's like, I want to get it right. So that's, cutting him out will be a little nerve-wracking again, but it's super cute. They have a few different Santas in here, and this was the one I picked that they had. And then another Mill Hill I grabbed, being on a farm and having my chickens and roosters, this little spring bouquet, and it's called Papa Rooster. Papa Rooster. Super fun, colorful. So grabbed a few of those because I'm like, they're great. I love having just a little guys. I need more little guys because I have so many big guys. And then the beading, and which I know, thank you guys for talking about the sticky bill or bob. I'm gonna get one of those ordered. And then I saw the magnetic frames too to hold this paper in, because you know that, I guess, so I need to order that. So I'll get those things ordered. So thank you so much for the comments and all the information. You guys are a wealth of knowledge, just so much. Don't ever think that I know it, because just if you have some tip for me, put it in there. And even if I do happen to already have known it, there's a lot of new people that are reading these comments, and it's, you know, a great tip. So just share your wealth of knowledge over the year. Don't think, oh, they probably know it, because I probably don't. All right. So I'm going to show you the project that I picked for this dark fabric, which it might be a little dark. I don't know. It's Little House Needleworks, Needlebook and Fob. It's the wool needlebook and scissor fob. And there it is. I thought it was so cute with the little sheep in the house, and I like it on the dark. This might be, yeah, it might be a little dark. I don't know. Yeah, it might be a little dark with that, the dark house. But now that I'm looking at it, maybe my gold that I colored might be pretty on that too. I'll figure it out. But super cute. And this called for 30 count, and that's why I went with a 32. It'd be a little bit smaller, but the needle books be smaller, but maybe I'll try to find a 30 count in that. If not, I mean, this guy is definitely kind of big for your scissors in a 30 count, if that's what it is. So definitely stick with something small there and just have a tiny little scissor fob. But I love the little sheep. So cute. So I have that. And then another Little House Needleworks. This is No Place Like Home. This is for a little winter series. Cute little guy. Should go quickly. I like the little lady there in red. Another off-centered house, which is fun. I guess I am kind of drawn to that. I like it all. I mean, like the centered house with the two sheep and that. It's all great. It's so interesting because you just know when you walk into a place or see something online, it just like draws you right away, and you're like, oh, I like that. And you might not know why you like it at first. It's just right away, I know I like it or I don't like it. And then I realize once I start deciphering all the things in the image, why I like it. And some of the things are because of the color, the placement, but some things I'm just like, I don't know, I just like it. All right. The next one is Scattered Seed Sampler, Shelter from the Storm. Super cute with the little mushroom and the bunnies. This might be really fun on the gold fabric because it's really very monochromatic with all the neutrals. So that might be fun on the gold I colored with the mushroom. Unless this mushroom cap, you know, if it is not colored, which it doesn't look like there's anything, maybe there is color in there, but if it's just showing the fabric, then I definitely would want to color it up. All right, another guy is the Proper Stitcher, Strength and Dignity. Love the pink. And I did pick up the pink chenille to go around this pillow. I will do it in a pillow. But so cute. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. And that is me. I find humor in every situation. There's humor in every situation, even the tragic. If you once the pain of the tragedy wears off, you can look back and you can find the humor. And a lot of times I'll find the humor in the tragedy, which it's like I need to laugh instead of cry sometimes. So it's like, I don't know. I know that offends some people, like, you think war is humorous? Or, like, no, like, it's not humorous, but there is some irony and humor in it. Like, you just shake your head at it. So I'm already thinking of the tribe out there, like, oh, great. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. All right. Oh, one more beaded project. Satsuma Street, Lolly Claus. I love that. I love the swirly big sucker lollipop. Lolly Claus. Super cute. I have a feeling I'll probably end up doing quite a few of these. The lady at the stitch group that I went to, she was working on this, and she likes to bring a lot of these bigger hole things, like easier to see, because I did bring my I had to still work on my Echoes of a Garden Past, which is 36 count, and I usually use a magnifier at home with a light, and it's so easy to see. And I had put on like level 4 readers or 5 readers and trying to look there, like my old lady eyes need that. So being able to bring something with bigger holes if you're going to do stitching. Plus, I want to start a stitching group out here. I will go visit them when I'm in town and when I can meet up with them, but an hour and a half, I can't do it like every week, or, you know, even once a month might get a little too much. So I do want to start a stitching group out here in my area, and then I'll be able to bring some easy stuff that I don't have to concentrate looking at the holes. So that should work out good. All right, those are some of my purchases I got, and yeah, fun stuff. Sad the store is closing, but happy to get a little deal. All right, so let's talk giveaway. I polled today, it was the 15th. I gave you guys till the 15th, tax day, to write bunny in the comments. And I pulled this morning a winner of the Jackrabbit. And the winner is Jillybean L66. I'll put in a picture too, but Jillybean L66. So Jillybean L, if that's you, email me. My email is in my description. I'll put it down under there too. Email me your address and I will get this sent out to you. And while we're talking giveaways, my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, I decided to make a project bag and we'll be giving away this project bag. So we'll do 1 week from today. So the 15th is today. So 1 week you guys have to write down in the comments. I'll give the keyword in a second. I'll show you the bag. First of all, when you write out in the comments, don't say giveaway or anything. I had somebody do giveaway last time, and then I had some weird, like, I don't know, somebody not hacked me, but went in as me and was like, thanks for being a subscriber. I would love to talk to you about this. Message me. And like, that wasn't me. So if you ever see anything weird, just ignore it. I think all of us know that if it doesn't smell right, you know, it's rotten, right? So yeah. So no giveaway in the comments, and you have to be 18 for me to ask for your address, and United States only. I think if I ever get to 5,000, I will open it up to one time to like the rest of the world. But for now, it's like I'm just going to stick with United States only, 18 and over, and this is what I am giving away. This bee project bag. This was kind of a labor of love. That stitch out, I used metallic thread in my machine, And anyone who's worked with metallic thread, sometimes it can be so temperamental and breaks and redo it. And the stitch count is huge. So this is a queen bee. Did patchwork around with bee prints. It's fully lined. I just did like this kind of goldy, leafy, ferny pattern. And it's got batting on both sides, so it's got a lot of, not stiff, but it's, you know, protected. And then the back is this gorgeous queen bee fabric. Found this fabric, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just like the design I had, almost perfectly. The same bee with the crown up top. I'm like, could that have been any more perfect? That doesn't happen very often. So this measures about 15 by 14, and this goes to a lucky winner if you write B-E-E in the description. I do ask that you guys are subscribers and like the video and then comment with B in the comment. So those are kind of the criteria to win this gorgeous bag. Bag. All right. So, and then 1 week from today, whatever 15 plus 7 is, my next YouTube, I will announce the winner. And that is it for Stitchy stuff. And I'm just going to go over one quick little crochet thing because this is almost an hour long. So I know so many of you guys are loving my little crochet amigurumis. So I just brought one out to show. And you know when you're at the store and you see this variegated yarn and you're like, what do I do with variegated yarn? And this I got at Hobby Lobby. It's the Sweet Delight Baby Bee in camo. I just believe it's called, oh, it's called baby camo. Love this. It's so soft and squishy, and it's a little lighter weight. I think this might be a 3, about a 3. You know, it's a lot thicker than the worst, or thinner than the worsted weight. Really great working with this for amigurumi. The stitch definition is great. So I found this pattern of this little ogre. It comes from this book, Crochet Magical Creatures. And he's called Barnabas the Ogre. And he was in this variegated yarn, and I was like, oh, I found, it's not the same exact. This one is Karen Jumbo worsted in foliage. That's what he came in, and I didn't see that at my store, but I did find this one, and he turned out so cute. He's got this little mouth with his little teethers. Yeah, super cute. He just sits on my shelf. He's pretty small. He's probably 6 inches or so. But yeah, this is Barnabas the ogre. Hi. All right. So there's my little what you want to do with some variegated. You could totally, you know, make them into amigurumi, and it gives a lot of character. Even like, you know, like some of the variegation you could just do in a little girl's legs that look like striped tights or stuff. There's just sky's the limit. So I just wanted to throw him out there and show you. And I think that is it, since I had a lot of haul to show. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Have a great day. Happy stitching.